Everybody, sing along. You know the words. Ready? Come on, you know the words. Come on, this is a classic. All right, let's get it together. This is fucking music, fucking open mic right now. Let's get it together. Ready? On three. Here comes the chorus.
Country roads.
Great job, guys. Fuck, shit. Fuck, shit. Hi, I'm Joe. I'm an addict.
Hi, Joe.
Thank you. Wow, it's great to be here. I'm a trans dude. I'm a he, him. I'm a little chick to dick. Pretty cool. I'll give myself credit. That's fine. I love being here. I've been on a new all-trans male dating app. It's called Finder.
Sign me up.
Just testing the waters in here. Yeah. Oh man, it's cool being a trans dude. I like it. I like being able to learn how to be a dude. I'm learning all their secrets, none of which I will share because I don't like getting beat up. But I found a lot of like cool dude hacks. It's been really fun. The best hack that I found. I'm sorry, I did not plan on this. You know, this is so much music. I'm so overstimulated right now. I didn't even want to. Gosh, give it up for Large Marge, my ex-lover. You know, fuck the other shit I was gonna say. Actually, listen. I was walking. I went to my friends the other day and I said, "Hey, how do I make my apartment more masculine?" Okay. And I went up to my dude friends and I was like, "How do I do that?" And right away they said, "You need a sword." And I said, "What?" And they said, "You need a sword." And exactly. Thank you.
Wow.
It's like, okay, tell me more about this sword that I need. You know, they're like, you need a masculine sword. You need a very manly man sword. You know what I mean? You need a sword that says, "I was probably born with a penis." You need a sword. You know what I mean? So I went online. I started looking up swords online. I was looking and I found the most perfect sword. Okay, the most perfect manly man sword. And it turns out that I cannot afford a sword. Why are they so much? I don't understand. So I did the next best, very masculine thing that I could think of, right? I did the very next best. I decided that I was going to handcraft one with my two very small, cold hands, okay? I have chick hands. I can't, there's no surgery for that. Doesn't matter. So I went to my apartment, I looked around my apartment, and I just scoured the place, you know, like a little friggin' cat. It was fine. And what I came across was a broom. Now you're thinking, Joe, brooms, that's so feminine, you know? You think, stay in the kitchen core, you know, when you think of brooms. You say, very witch core, you know? And so what I did, I took off the bristles and I just threw them away. I've just been sweeping with my hands ever since, but it's fine. Anything you do with your hands, it's masculine, okay? Even if it's cooking and cleaning. But so I took the broom and now I have a rod. A very large, strong, also cold to the touch metal rod, okay? Room temperature, cold to the touch. We all got the picture, right? That classic blue from Walmart. You get it. Now I have a rod, but it's not sharp enough, right? It's not sharp enough. It's not flat enough. I'm fucking this up. It was not flat enough. So what did I do? I went to my tools, my very masculine tools. Tools are always very masculine, but mine are also miniature. They're very cute. They're so cute. I went to the store, I was like, I'm gonna get some super masculine tools, and I saw like the miniature ones right next to them. I was like, these are so cute! You don't know myself. So I got my tiny little hammer and I started tapping away. It just took so long. I had such a tiny little hammer, just started tapping away at my rod, just making it flatter and flatter. For 3 days and 3 nights, I just was tapping away, and finally, it was moderately more flat than it started. And I thought, good enough, you know, good enough. But it wasn't sharp enough, okay? It was not sharp enough. So what did I do? I went to my kitchen. I know, very feminine. And I went to the butcher block. Butcher, I barely knew her. And I took out the biggest knife I could, a lot like me in high school. And that didn't make sense. And I took my duct tape, the most masculine tape there is, okay? I thought it was going to be masking tape, it's not. I thought masking tape was going to be the most masculine. It's not the most masculine tape, okay? It's masking tape is more the kind of tape that's like, oh, I'm like masculine, but like a pink shirt. You know what I mean? So I took out my duct tape, very just pumped full of testosterone, my duct tape, and I just wrapped it around, you know, I stuck the knife to the rod, and I just duct taped it on there. You know, so much duct tape, just so much duct tape. The more duct tape, the more masculine. You know what I mean? And what my friend told me was that I had to put my sword above a doorway. It didn't matter what doorway I put it above. It just, I had to be above a doorway to assert my dominance, right? So I decided I have the perfect doorway. I'm going to put it on the inside of my walk-in closet because I need the masculine vibes to, like, you know, balance out all my butt plugs. But so I just duct taped it above my door, and I just more and more duct tape. You couldn't even see the sword anymore. There was just so much duct tape. It was just like duct tape sheathing. You know anything about sheathing? It's very masculine. Ever seen a horse cock? Look it up. Okay, it's very masculine. Very masculine. Lots of sheathing. Also, nothing more masculine than a cock that's bigger than a baby. Okay. Look it up. So I put my sword on the wall and I duct taped it there, and I went on a 3-day vacation, and I came back and I looked at my very masculine sword that was on the wall, and I realized right then and there that I really need to take my meds. That was it. That was the joke.
Yeah. Big round of applause for the very masculine Joe Addict! On deck, we have Brandon Latzik, but coming up on our stage, but wait! Where's the stupid joke? That one? Really? Did you guys hear the story about the Cyclops brothers? No. Yeah. Neither have I. I know! Wow! Put your hands together for Oscar LaRue. Yeah. Oh! No, wait. Lies! Go back. Lies! Lies! I forgot we did that whole switcheroo thing with Joe. Put your hands back together for Oscar Quentin! For reals this time! Woo!
To be clear, I would have tuned it before the first time, but, you know, Andrew's going right before me, so we're making do.